105.1 TMC, maayong adlaw sa kanatong tanan. Maayong adlaw na ba diya, Ralph?
Maayong adlaw ka ni mo, Jig.
Top of the morning. How you feeling? You don't feel like you don't sound like, and your vibe is giving me a low energy vibe today. What's happening, man? What's happening, man? What's happening? What's going on? Tell us. Come on.
You're just feeling a little drained, Lizal.
Drained from what, man? Drained from what? Tell me.
Life, I guess.
Life!
You know?
Stupid life, right?
Lagi.
But the only other option is no life, right?
And that's worse.
I don't want to say the D word, right? But
Mm-hmm.
those are the only two options.
It feels like it, yeah.
What was it Socrates who said the only question that you need to ask, the most important question rather that you need to ask is whether to kill yourself or not. and every day we decide not to, right?
Okay.
Every day we decide to keep on keeping on, right?
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't say the K word either.
Yeah, that too. I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, maayong adlaw sa kanatong tanan. Top of the morning. You know, today is a beautiful day actually if you think about it. Today is March 19. The year is 2026, of course. And I am Jiggy Juice, and right beside me is Ralph Chavez. Welcome to Top of the Morning. And you know what, Ralph? For the past few days, mura og kada buntag, mura tugnaw man kay sa nakabantay ka ba? Grabe kay katugnaw.
A bit, no? Yeah. Nakabantay ko. Ano ka na?
Nga mura og ganing mura 18 degrees, 19 degrees, even 20 degrees. Mura bag ang temperatura sa aircon ba? Mura sa aircon kana mga alas 5, alas 6 tugnaw kayo. Which is actually beautiful if you think about it. Kay mura og maka-save ta sa ato ang electricity. Mapawag na ato ang mga aircon, ana bitaw o niya pag humandi nito pandaro ang electric fan and so on and so forth, right? So yeah. Have you noticed that? O niya pag humandi, do you have a problem kanang kung maligo ka, especially katong walay mga heater nga medyo tugnaw kayo?
No, actually.
You don't take a bath, right? Okay. I don't have that problem, Jiggy.
No. Pero I was gonna say we don't have a heater. So, ang amo kay manual pa ning amo, so mangita pa may kaan. What do you call that? Mangita may kettle, magbukal pa may tubig dito.
Pabukal og tubig.
May heater.
Kanang heater kuan sana dilim sana actually gamit kay sa Pinas kay lagi atong temperatura diri sa ato ang nasod is very warm, di ba? Tagsara kay na pero karon gyud nga medyo tugnaw kayo kada buntag niya katong mga sayo mo maligo kada buntag murag magliso jud og kaligo, di ba? Kay tugnaw gyud kayo.
Yeah.
Although kada man kung katugnaw is actually just your body not used to the temperature. Kung imong hinahinayon akong style rough is yun hinahinayon mo imong legs og basa. Pag human hinahinayon lang nimo ba imong naong pag human eventually maanda da imong lawas dili na kayo tugnaw. So okay ra gyapon. So mas nindot ang akong katug karon kay bugnaw o niya way magtingog nga aircon ba. Ni dili ka magunhon sa berna na to ni aircon. Ano bitaw? So mas maharuhay imong katug. Pero ang problema lang sad niya ni is igabot nimo sa imong sakyanan, adto nimo sa gasoline station, puwerte sang mahalan abot na usak gatos ang gasolina, di ba?
Yeah. Katawanan kita. I actually have a bit of a funny story
Go
with
ahead, tell
regards
us.
to the price of gas.
Tell us the funny story, man. Go ahead.
My dad, na Shell, right? At bang sa
Sa imong balay.
Yeah.
Sa imong palasyo.
Yeah, and my dad was like, "Ulah, ni barato na laging diesel kay ang iya nakita ta is 07.58." And I was like, "Oh, ni barato na laging diesel niya, 0758 niya. Ang katong isa ka version sa diesel kay 18 point something." And then I was like, "Oh, ni barato na laging diesel." He went to the nearby nga habal-habal driver. Sir, ni barato na laging diesel." "Ay, wala na ni barato, boss. Di lang makaabot og 3 digits ang ilang sign."
So naabot na gyud usak gatos di ang ilahang kaning screen sa ilahang sibya sa ilang presyo. Duha ra ka digits.
Yeah. Duha ka digits ug ang decimals ra
makita.
makita.
So kato di ay wala nagdahom ang shell ni siya.
Oh,
nga
sa Shell.
maabot og 3 digits ang presyo sa gasolina.
Wala dyan sila
My goodness.
ka-expect maabot yung dyan nga point.
Pero grabe kay Baysa nga kaning what happens somewhere far away ba from
Mhm.
literally halfway across the globe, mura dili makatuo ba nga di ta makatuo makaapekto din nato bitaw,
Lagi?
di ba? Grabe kay Rafsa,
It's,
grabe na kay ta ka interconnected gyud ba?
yeah, that's probably one of the biggest downsides to having like a very interconnected nga global economy
Yeah.
and global nga trade market and all that. It's just anything that happens in even the most remote areas of the world. Siguro,
Nag-ingon lagi ko na
maapekta
sila
na
Ralph.
to.
Nag-ingon lagi ko na sila Ralph nga interdependence is not a choice anymore. It is our condition. It is our
not a choice.
It's no longer a choice. It's our condition. Meaning to say, nga whether we like it or not, we have to act and behave like we're interconnected because what happens in the Middle East happens to us here in Cebu. Right? Ano na arago nga statement ba? Murag lisod kayo siya kaning grasp ba. Pero murag that that butterfly effect theory, or is that a theory or maybe a
Theory. Yeah.
theory, right? A butterfly flaps its wings somewhere, and it has repercussions here where we are, right? So,
Yeah.
of course, what is happening now in the world is not just a flap of the wings of a butterfly. It is,
It's the explosion of
it-
several tons of
uh,
warheads.
yeah. Unya kaning mura og naapektuhan kita diri niya medyo
Mhm.
nadugay-dugay gyud ni siya if you think about it because most wars like this medyo kung ang tibok kalibutan na gyud maapektuhan usually muundang gyud ang kuan muundang gyud na ang gubat di ba kay
Mhm.
medyo hadlok ang mga nagpasiugda sa gubat nga ang ilahang popularidad maubos ana bitaw. So ang presyo sa mga palaliton mo taas, mamahal ang presyo sa gasolina og sa ubang pangpapalaliton so mahadlok sila sa ilang popularidad undangon gyud na usually. Pero karon mura man siya murag wa man sila kahadlok. Wa sila kaning paghuna-huna sa ato ang problema diri sa kalibutan ba nga ang gasolina ni taas ug may way kahadlok sila ba. Asa ka ni tan-aw nimo Raf ang ilahang kaisog where does this strength and this courage comes from nga of course namagud sila enough weapons to destroy a nation
Mhm.
pero do they have the stomach to let the world suffer as it is suffering now mo na kamutan diin man nagikan ang ilahang intestinal fortitude kaning mga leader na nagpasiugda ning gubata.
Well, obviously, ang ilang concern really doesn't have to do with the world. Ang ilang gihuna-huna first and foremost kay what's happening sa ilang nasod o ang interest sa ilang nasod. So, ang ilang ang imong this mental nga fortitude sa nga imong gihisgutan nga that they have right now for this to stomach this conflict kay it comes first and foremost sa ilang personal nga interests as a nation and if hunahunaan nimo kay America and it's given its they have given their reasons for ngano gibuhat ni nila and what do you call this?
Unsa man ilang kuan bay unsa man naibala nimo bay because from what I have been listening to and reading murag medyo maglain-lain man ilahang rational for nganong nahitabo karon unsa man ilahang final reason.
Well, I think I would say first and foremost, of course, ang main reason na ginahatag nila is the fact nga Iran is the biggest state sponsor for global what do you call this? Radical terrorism and all that. na sila yung mga proxies in different countries that all target usually mga Western nga interests and Western allies. So I guess that's probably ang biggest nga reason bahin ani. And outside of that, kay there is a lot of people nga who I know nga kan mga online nga commentators and all that who are talking about this, and probably one of the underlying daw nga reasons behind this aggression is particularly on the part of Trump is this is just an extension of his economic warfare against China, basically.
Oh wow. Wow, like you that came off of left field.
Not really, not really.
At to me ba, to me. Ngano man wako kasabot ngano unsa may labot sa
China?
economic warfare sa China ni ani nga they're supposed to have like a summit, right? And the United States and China. Pero murag na ni threaten man to si DJT nga dili niya ipadayon ang kuan or delay niya ang kanang ilahang murag summit. Is that what it called? Is that what it's called, a summit?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
China.
I heard
Nganong
about that.
nganong kaingon maka kinsa may nagsulti ni ana nga this is an extension of his economic sanctions to China, so the tariffs are not enough. And so man la pag-sanction ang China
Yeah,
with a war.
Okay, this is going to be very different sa sanctions, and this is more towards the fact that they are trying to affect the oil supply padung ka China because Iran,
Pero gipalusot mo kuno
Venezuela, and
gipalusot mo kuno nila ang mga tanker sa kuan, mga barko sa China katong ilang hose
Hormuz Strait.
Hormuz Strait. Gipalusot mo nila ang mga allies pod nila ang mga gipalusot nila ang mga kontra sa Iran.
Yeah,
Gipalusot
exactly.
mo nila.
Yeah. That's something that they're doing right now. Pero again, the whole point about this, maybe trying to push for this regime change. Kay first and foremost, kay naapoy what do you call this? Public support in the idea of that, because
Which idea? Katong China idea?
no the push for a potential regime change in Iran.
Well, you mean in Israel?
No, in
because-
Iran.
Okay.
In Iran.
So
when
they have a
they have
the United States and Israel, they have intel nga naghisgot nga or nagpakita nga people there
in Iran
want
regime change.
Regime change, right?
Yeah. I
Pero-
mean, you don't necessarily. I don't think you don't necessarily need to, grab this from intelligence agencies. There was like there were a lot of public protests in Iran.
Correct.
That ended
Yeah, badly.
rather
Thousands
badly.
of people killed,
yeah,
right?
on the streets. Yeah.
But what happens to that public outrage? What happens to that fervor of regime change when you start bombing my nation, right? What happens to that if they destroy schools and have children as casualties, diba? Kung maski unsa nako kalagot siguro sa ako ang gobyerno kung ako ang anak mamatay simbako because of a foreign power, masuko kog maayo siguro. Dili
definitely.
mula ba anam ko nang gubat ba?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with this, right? Most wartime presidents are very popular in
their own nation.
In the history of the United States, at least. Nga kung naagali gubat gali katong si
Bush.
W. Bush, di ba? Di mo to siya popular kay tanan. Pero pag hitabo sa 911, ang iyang popularity ni skyrocket la galit, di ba? Although that was even now in hindsight wrong war, whatever you want to label it, right? But at that time sikat kasi tanan. And if you look back at all of the previous presidents in the United States, at least sikat yun ang presidente kung magubat kay mo galvanize man ang mga tao, laban man sa ilahang leader. So ang may tambo sa Iran, I don't know if this is the same. I don't know if this is the same kind of people. Pero kung mag-atakihon gali ko, mulaban sa ako ang gobyerno siguro nakay tendency ba?
Mulaban sa imong gobyerno or para sa imong gobyerno?
Mulaban ka sa whoever's there in charge because they're the only one who can fight back for you. Kasabot ka. So,
okay, yeah. That's what you meant. Like, you think that this is going to end up increasing support for the current administration in
okay,
Iran.
nag-ingon man sila gud nga kani kunong kana kunong gipangayo nila nga regime change kuno. That happens kuno the day after, meaning to say you cannot have any sort of fervor, any feeling for that matter kung gabi ng bahay pa. So
true.
ipakuan pag na siya like ipa undangon sa ang gubat niya. Hopefully the insurrection or whatever you call it will uprising, right? Will arise, di ba? Pero kung inaron, the longer you do this one, the angrier the people become, the less likely there is going to be any kind of uprising, right? Is my logic correct? No.
No, I can definitely see where you're coming from, and I would agree. A prolonged conflict is probably not ideal if mojo ng goal sa US, and I would say probably they were hoping for this to because if you look at how they conducted their strikes initially, they immediately went for the gathering of leadership dito, diba? That was like the first part of their first attack. They took out key leadership positions, people in key leadership positions sa not just sa ilang political structure, but even their military structure. So the goal was really to try and cut off the head of the snake at the start. And the longer this goes on, the more this is just the reality of war. That the longer this goes on, mas daghan jud ang civilian casualties, and that's not going to be conducive to what do you call this?
Uprising.
A populist a people power type of uprising there in Iran. But the I would say that the what do you call this? The desire is already so strong for change, for a change of leadership in Iran, that it was very interesting because you could before the Iranian regime turned off the internet in Iran, you were literally seeing photos being posted online of people writing in I'm not sure in say language ginagamit nila dito, pero there were writings on walls, people basically saying Trump, please come here, bomb us.
Okay. That's another perspective, di ba?
Yeah, so
it could be propaganda also, di ba? It could be that also. Possible, right? Anything could be propaganda. But I think the concern here is si Trump nangayo naman nig sugod og tabang sa mga allies niya, di ba?
Yeah.
Unsa may sulti sa iyang mga allies sa Amerika?
From what I recall, ang UK is giving them assistance, pero only insofar as allowing them to use their military bases to what do you call this?
I think the
gather their forces.
The short story is most of the allies, or at least perceived allies of the United States, after being bombarded with all of those tariffs, mura og and the America First kaning stand sa Amerika, murag nibalibad sila, di ba? Most of them nibalibad. A majority of those ang first nibalibad ang Spain, di ba? Ingon sila nga dili na pwede gamitin on US basis for this, right? And so on and so forth. So karon nahitabo nga nung nangita man siya og I'm curious ba nga unsa may ilahang ang iyahang messaging ba nga we've already won, they've already won, we can stop this already because we've already won, but we want to win some more and we need help. What does that tell you? That sort of messaging from the United States.
Well, I think part of it is like an admission that the global community does need to be in favor of political change in Iran.
Why didn't they seek their help in the first place? In the beginning, I mean.
Maybe they did. Who's to say they didn't?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. So, kani siya nga to ang panghitabo karon. This is all because of ang usa ka nasod dili ganahan sa mga western western values, di ba? Mo gini ang pang isinggit sa nations like Iran, di ba?
Yeah, death to America.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
You said it too.
Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, my bad.
So we've said several words we will never ever say again ever in our entire lives, right? So anyway, Raf, we're talking about this. We're smiling because we're sitting here on top of Cebu in our relatively peaceful country, di ba? Surte kita Raf nga.
Yeah.
Kaning peaceful kita ba? But see, anything and everything could change just like that. Grabe na kaita ka tumultuous ba? Grabe na kayo ka rapid ang changes ba? I mean, like, we're the same two people that experienced a pandemic, di ba? Right?
True.
Right? We experienced a worldwide pandemic na the entire world experienced. Unya, of course, just recently also there was a war between Russia and Ukraine also, di ba?
It's still not over, is it?
It's not yet over yet. And plus natin mga earthquake, mga bagyo and all. So grabe na kaayo ka kaning how do you say this?
Chaotic.
Mura og gasunod-sunod na ang mga changes bitaw nga nahitabo sa kalibutan. Especially those man-made changes. I don't know if you consider pandemic man-made, but kaning pandemic, gubat, and all of that stuff. So I think siguro by now naandad na siguro tayo. Moro nang tag na numb na bitabay. Do you kuan ba? Do you get that feeling sometimes nga murag you or maybe people around you or the public in general, do you get the vibe nga murag na numb na ta? Ikaw, what do you don't feel numbed about it ba anymore, like because of all these tumultuous things happening to you to us in these past couple of years?
I don't know if I can say nga people are numb to kaning mga radical nga changes and these like supposedly nga once in a lifetime nga events happening multiple times in our lifetime.
Mo lagi.
Like generally speaking, to answer the question about like whether or not people in general are feeling numb about it, I wouldn't say so, because I still see a lot of, when these events do happen, there's still a lot of people who are like, screaming out, why is this happening? And people trying to find answers as to ngano nahitabo ni, noon sa man ni, something like that. There's still a lot of people who, or who voice very very loudly their concerns ngano nangahitabo ni, and like how can we make it stop and all that. And it doesn't seem like people are numb to it.
How about you?
And then for me personally, maybe I'm not there yet.
You're not numb yet.
I'm not there yet. Yeah.
But do you feel nga the chaos is intensifying and it is happening more often? Like for example, Ukraine and Russia and Iran and Israel and USA murag pag inahumang usang sugod na siya. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does it feel like it's intensifying?
Do you feel nga more you're being bombarded by all of these things, or is it just your choice of social media? So kung dili, if you choose to watch cat videos instead of people getting bombed, then your world is fine and dandy.
Yeah, that's probably one aspect of it, diba? You could probably like curate a bit of your algorithm gamay para ang imo ra makita kay puro ra mga cat videos, mga dog videos, cute na yeah. And just like wanna kay alamag sa world.
I'm curious ba. how does that work out, Gaza? Like, ikaw ba, para nimo ba? Because that is a kind of coping mechanism, right?
It is. It is.
It is a kind of coping mechanism not to do something that you want to do and you want to feel better, so you don't do the thing that makes you feel bad, diba? So sort of like you said, the word is curation, diba? Imong i-curate imong experience. Do you think that's a way to go? I mean, of course, it is a way to go because people are doing that. But is that a good way to go? Is there not any repercussions when it comes to curating your experiences and just blocking off all the bad things that are happening to the world because you want to be in a certain kind of place, nga more peaceful ka, whatever?
Well, well, for one thing, of course, if mag-inana ka, ang biggest nga downside siguro ana is you're most definitely going to be out of the loop with kanang mga global events or even
So what?
or even national events, right?
So what?
Yeah, and that is actually what I would say. Nga, so what? So what? I would much rather being out of the loop rather than constantly in the loop. When murag, you just I feel like if I'm constantly in the loop sa kaning mga global nga events, I'm just like constantly anxious. It's because you really can't predict what a lot of these bigger nations are going to be doing. Like nobody's like if you told people 7 years ago that Russia was going to invade Ukraine and they were going to make it last for what 5 years now, nobody would believe you.
Forever wars.
Yeah. So kind like it's just the unpredictability of it all. I would much rather just tune out of it para just to give myself a certain amount of peace. It's not complete peace.
So wait,
because naman dito mga personal nga problems nga pop up, but kana this certain amount of peace lang.
Ikaw, Raf, you try to have some peace, so you tune out the bad things that are happening to the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that is sustainable for you? Is that something that you you intend to do for a prolonged period of time or for as long as you can? Or is it something you feel sooner or later I'm going to have to read the news, sooner or later I'm going to have to face the music? Is that how you're feeling about it?
Well, yeah, at some point, of course, you need to tune in. And it's not always nga always na lang jud ka mag-tune out. Mabot ka sa point nga you need to be informed pod about what's happening in the world. And I think ang ako lang jud is like constantly being informed. It's just overwhelming. It's going to be overwhelming. Even following kanang national news and local news constantly, it can become overwhelming to an extent.
Because it's the only problem with that, Ralph, of course, it's part of our job. Right?
Mo siguro ng reason nga drained kayo.
Mo siguro. Pero, I was gonna say nga, this whole conflict in Israel and the Middle East and Ukraine, you're just gonna read about it. Read about 20 years from now in a book, right? So
yeah,
and then so maybe you and me, I'm probably in my rocking chair, and then you tell me, hey Jigs, you know what? I have there's a book about the war that happened 30 years ago. Let's talk. Let's read about it. And I'm like, it's done, ba? It's done. And we're just gonna read about because you survived it, right?
Yeah, lagi.
Right?
We're just gonna treat it as like kanang nostalgic na moment na lang
siguro. Lagi. Like one of my favorite quotes, goodbye, is from the guy who wrote Huckleberry Finn. What's his name again? Mark Twain.
Yeah.
I'm an old man and have known a great many problems or a great many troubles, but none of them ever happened. I'm an old man and have known a great many troubles, but none of them ever happened. Ang pasabot niya na nga, we're so worried about a lot of things, but most of them don't actually happen to us. So of course, kaning gitawag na to og kaning conflict in the Middle East and all of that stuff, we're probably more worried about it than what it actually really is. So akong sunod na pangutanan siguro ni Ralph sa atong mga tigpaminaw, atong tigpananaw diha kamong mga viewers, Aris Magallanes Amado, Althea Perpetua. Naini message si Aris Amado nga, people are going through my phone. Maybe we can talk about that. Oh my goodness. Kevin Plaza, Z King, Gold Cups, Fe and Ron, Paracetamol, Mirna Montana, Mirna Montana Bantana, I should say, and the rest, thank you so much for watching and listening to us. Please join us in our conversation. Uh, so, Ralph, I I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but none of them ever happened. Are we worried about things, especially in our social media algorithm and our social media kaning feed about things that are actually not going to happen or nag-exaggerate lang ta ba? Ato lang gi worst case scenario in our heads, but it's not really as bad as we think it is, or is it really as bad as we think it is?
Mm. Oh, wait. Can you repeat the question?
So are we exaggerating in our minds the events that we read about, especially with what's happening in the Middle East and in Ukraine and so on and so forth? Are we like exaggerating it in our minds, or is it just the right amount of worry that most people feel?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, na ay a certain amount of exaggeration sa atong huna-huna because a lot of the times when we're reading about these events happening far away from us or like watching news reports about it, ang atong makuha nga information is very limited.
Yeah, okay.
We're not getting the full picture. So a lot of the times we're trying to, especially if we read multiple articles, multiple news stories, watch multiple news stories about these events, you're trying to piece information together and try kada pag fill in mo sa gap ba kay sometimes we can be very
Imaginative, right?
yeah, we can be very creative sa atong pag fill in the blanks ba. So
Okay,
manang
okay.
we end up exaggerating.
Naabot na go WW3 go, di ba? Mo ba, di ba?
Lagi.
Di ba?
Yeah, niabot siya ana nga point. Like a lot of people are really scared about this possibility.
And my son, who's 24
Yeah.
years old, is actually perhaps relaxing now or maybe stressed out from work right now. But he told me, Dad, is this WW3? And I told him, we were having this conversation. I told him, kaning, sometimes we don't know when it starts, right?
Yeah, we definitely won't know when it happens.
In fact, WW2 and WW1, they didn't know when it started until after, in hindsight now, when somebody wrote the book already,
yeah,
right?
lagi.
So maybe we will read about this book by WW3 in 20 years, right?
Yeah, maybe. I remember getting when WW1 happened, guy. It was just
You were
called-
there? You were there?
No.
Pagdarong Ralph, ha? Kasi Captain America, kasi kinsinganan niya si Steve, sina?
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. Amon yung Steve Smith ako insulti da. Ha? Kaning Steve Rogers. Basig, you're a blast from the past, ha?
Dili.
Dili.
Kuan lang, nisud lang ko sa kong time machine.
Oh, sige,
ni-travel ko dito nga time.
Okay.
Para makikstorya sa mga tao dito.
Unsa may imong nasulti
Yeah.
nagistoryaan?
Yeah. So, ang kuan, nahibaon ako, o ang na-learn ako rather, is that apparently, when this happened, they didn't even call it WW1. Ang ilang tawag is the Great W.
The Great W?
Yeah, the Great W.
Yeah.
Mo lang. And it was very funny because apparently a lot of people were very excited for it at the
What?
time.
Why excited?
Kana laging kanang kay I guess war was kind of romanticized. A lot of people saw it, especially kanang mga young men at the time saw it as like an adventure rather than the reality of it, which is just cruel.
Wow.
Yeah, so kinda they viewed it as an adventure and they were excited for it. Okay, I don't know.
Well, assigning a number to W is actually in hindsight na siya, di ba? Kay
Yeah.
of course, I mean, like, why would you expect another one, like a sequel, right?
Yeah, like
Huh?
this is going to be a kana is it tawag na trilogy na ni.
Trilogy na siya, di ba? So but like they say, great things happen in threes, right?
Oh no. I hope not.
But ikaw ba, like in your very creative mind, did WW3 ever cross it?
The possibility of it. I
Yeah.
think
Or this being WW3 already?
Okay, no, I wouldn't say this is WW3. It's really hard to measure it at the moment. Not just because like we assign these things in hindsight, pero as it is right now, kanang the global economy is so interconnected. So what's happening there affects everybody. Pero outside of that, if you look at the actors who are participating in this conflict, I wouldn't say it reaches the same level as 1 and 2. So there's just not enough countries involved in this for me to be able to say confidently nga this could qualify as the trilogy. The second sequel, the third in the trilogy.
Bay, ang akong sunod nga pangutana ba, I know nga none of us are geopolitical experts ba, but I think this is important to discuss because we have our friends who are watching us and listening to us, maybe who can help us also dissect this one ba. But I think it's important to have this conversation para makibaw ta exactly what is happening. Unya kaning mesim natay mga kaigsunan diha nga mutabang nato will help us dissect this situation. Imong tanaw ba? How does let's assume the best possible scenario. Let's not be doomsday kaning or naysayers. Ang best possible scenario is well, this is not the best case scenario, but the best case scenario for Israel and the United States, right? Ang ilang magintuyo is regime change, di ba?
Yeah.
Regime change. How does that, number one, work? And didn't we meaning the Western world, try regime change already before? And how did that turn out? And number two, if it does turn out fine, which is a big if, how will that benefit us here in the Philippines?
Well,
Mr. Geopolitical Scientist, sir.
God, actually, please do not call me that.
Storya lang, diba? Storya lang nga to agad, diba?
Storya rin, guys. Okay.
But if you guys want to,
experts.
mo magini ang I think this is really what's happening. It's just our ability to fathom it is kind of a different level compared to the experts. But naman nasabtan, dili mo sa kahit bugo, di ba?
Yeah.
Di ba, bay? Nakakita ba katong statistic, bay, nga more than 50% of the grade schoolers in Cebu does not understand a complete one sentence, cannot understand an English sentence or whatever, right?
Sa province of Cebu, it's like 40 kapin.
40 kapin,
yeah.
Unsa. So dili sa siguro taan ba sa?
Well,
thank goodness, right?
Yeah, dili naman ko grade schooler, so dili man siguro ko apel ana.
Sige. Good. So unsa may tan-aw nimo bay? Tan-aw nimo. Sa akong pangutana.
Yeah, okay. So going back sa pangutana na unsay potential nga benefits para nato.
Sa Pinas, oh.
Yeah. I guess one potential nga benefit is the fact, like I said, ang current regime sa Iran is ang biggest state sponsor of global radical terrorism, and from what I understand, they could have potentially sponsored some of our radical groups here in the Philippines as well, and it's because they do have global reach.
Yeah,
ang kaning nation of ang kaning regime sa Iran. So that's one potential benefit I see from it. Outside of that, it's really hard to say na. It's gone if ma-achieve nila ma-achieve nila tanan, it's also going to it's going to mabase ra jud siya like on how this change will affect the global markets, because that's really how it's going to affect us first and foremost. Unsay mahitabo sa global nga market kana. Like, and whether or not this is good or bad, it's going to be really hard to say.
So imong tan-aw ang iyahang epekto sa ato ang nasod sa Pilipinas kaning gubat dili kayo grabe. Kung makadaog sila, siguro ang pinakagrabe siguro ang presyo sa gasolina maubos. Of course, ang tanan nga presyo sa palaliton maubos tanan, di ba? So maybe that's really the most concrete siguro possible scenario kung pananglitan masurtian makadaog dili makadaog naay regime change, di ba? May tabo sa Iran, di ba?
Moabot ang change kung gusto nila. That's probably the most concrete thing that I can think about nga mahitabo outside of the fact nga Iran is, a huge sponsor for kuan.
Atong kaigsuonan sa Lanao del Norte, si The Taste Wonder. Daghang salamat sa imong pagsalmot sa atong programa. Ralph, ang ultimate beneficiary ni ani, di ba? Israel magyud sakto ba ko? Sa kaning nga conflict kaning gitawag nila gubat.
The ultimate nga kuan.
Beneficiary di ba? Di ba mo magyud sulti nilang ultimate beneficiary kay mo magyud ang ilang mortal enemy, di ba? Di ba? Mo magyud ang ilang pinakakontra gyud kaning mga Iranian, di ba?
Well, probably. I think
there's
so
even,
I think yeah. I think within a vacuum, within the context of this U.S.-Iran conflict that's happening right now.
Ultimately sila ay pinaka
ultimately
kay di ba
yeah.
di ba si Bibi Netanyahu atong silingan dito sa tabuan.
Si Bibi Boy.
Bibi Boy Netanyahu kaning sige naman ni siya dugay naman kay sa ganahan na may tabo ni nga change, di ba?
Yeah.
Unya paghuman finally naay usa ka presidente nga mura og willing to mura og help him do it, di ba?
Yeah.
So in many ways this is ultimately going to benefit Israel. Ang ako sigurong sunod nga pangutana Ralph ba is kaning nahitabo karon ba o nahitabo sa Ukraine sad, is this an argument against globalization? Should we kaning pull back and stop with this whole interconnectedness
of the market
of the world and start being more dependent? Because I remember this globalization was greatly tested because of the pandemic, di ba? But an argument can be made nga it was precisely because of globalization that we actually solved this one in breakneck speed, because usually vaccines take such a long time to develop, but in this case we were able to do it in 9 months, which is I don't know, I'm not a medical expert, but they saying that's really quick now. So I don't know, too quick, right? So akong pangutana is this an argument for against globalization? Should we pull back and stop with this whole globalization project?
Well, I can certainly see na ay benefits jud to globalization. Ang problema lang jud is that when it comes to the global markets, and supposedly you specialize in this, you specialize in that, we'll specialize in this, and then we can help each other.
Yeah.
That was the idea behind it, diba? Well,
is that a good idea?
It is a good idea.
Nganom deg wala ko Italian cheese diay. Pwede ra man ko kuan goat cheese lang kanon, di ba?
Lagi.
Nganom diay, ha?
Lagi. But I really think
nganom deg paprika diay. Bala na paprika na amon ko kuan diri, amon ko sili diri. Di ba?
Tinod. Pero yeah, kana I think people have become too dependent on international trade, and especially for kanang sa ako makita mo jud, like there's a lot of push for what do you call this, importing goods, and then I think what's happened is that a lot of countries have become complacent in growing their own their produce. They're more like, let's just import because it's going to be cheaper than to grow to build up an industry of our own. And I would say that the project of globalization is good in theory, and unfortunately in practice it's had more unforeseen consequences than benefits.
So what's the opposite of globalization?
The opposite of globalization. I don't think we necessarily need to do the opposite.
No, but that's a theoretical question. But what's the opposite of globalization? Is there a word? Anti-globalization? Is it nationalization?
Maybe not nationalization. If theoretically speaking, though, what's opposite to globalization? It would be
isolationist.
Yeah, probably.
Isolationist, diba?
Isolationism.
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 Diba? So
isolationism.
So meaning to say kaning ikaw you live you don't export or import anything, and you just self-sufficient ka, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Self-sufficient. Is that a way to go? Tanaw nimo. Pero mura mo rig genie na bottle ba isa nga dili nam siguro ni masud nimong genie balik sa bottle ang toothpaste lisod naman kay isod kini gawas na sa buti sa iyang sa iyang container, di ba?
Yeah,
Is this the case ba nga globalization is you can't bring the genie back into the bottle. Lamp, I should say.
well,
Murag lami nam jud kayong Italian cheese ba? Lami naman kayong kaning turmeric, di ba? Lami naman kayong olives. So dili na kita pwede nga di na makakatilaw og olives kinahanglan mag-import kita og olives og turmeric og kaning unsa pa na diha.
yeah, probably to an extent. Yeah, this is something we can't completely pull out of
Or undo.
Completely undo. It's really just a matter of finding a better balance. Kana.
What do you mean by butter balance?
Oh.
Kung dili olive oil imo kan sa man o dili lang ka maghimo lang kag tanom lang kag imo kagaling olive oil unsa kaning olive oil olives.
Diretso magawas wa kana nanas packaging niya.
Imo lang himo lang kag cebu olive oil olives unsa man.
Yeah, no.
Mutubo ra ba kuno na ang olive sa Pinas kuno in some areas kuno kay init kayo.
Oh, really?
I heard anyway.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe we should start our own olive industry. Yeah, but anyway, what I mean is like finding a balance.
Unsa may balance na?
Yeah, kana lagi nga, like when I said earlier nga kon, it's become people have become too
Dependent.
Yeah. Not people necessarily, but governments. I'd say governments have become very dependent on imports to bring in cheap products to the country, supposedly cheaper products to the country, and rather than growing their own industries and then exporting that so that they could potentially make money off of that. And I think it's really that. Okay, I remember nga kon, when they were talking about the fact nga we import more rice than we produce here, diba? Okay, it's cheaper to actually import rice than produce rice.
Correct, yeah.
Produce rice here. So that's another thing. Wait. So instead of like helping our farmers and helping, I guess improve the agricultural industry here in the Philippines, we've instead relied more on importing because it's cheaper. And in the short term, that's good for the government because cheap goods, and then they can say,
good for us too because we have cheaper rice, right?
Yeah, it's good for us to an extent, but like in the long term, our industries are going to die out without proper support and all that. So, or are we trading short term relief for long term for long term problems?
But our farm, I don't know. I'm not an agriculturalist by any chance, stretch of the imagination, pero I heard man goodbye somewhere nga we can't actually produce enough rice for our own consumption. Kuwang ra ba? The demand is so high and the production of rice is actually not enough. Is that can you verify that information? I mean, like, have you heard that? No.
I actually haven't heard that, so maybe we should try verifying that information.
Anyway, that's just one thing, right? Kanang rice production, di ba? Nga mag-import ta og rice from other places. But kanang rice, let's just say masulbad na nato, Raf. Masulbad na nato nga we don't have to import rice, but we have to import other goods, right? I mean, like especially kanang bitsin, di ba? Laganahan na ba kag bitsin, di ba? Kanang magic sarap, di ba? Ang manghambog imong inahan nga may kay siya maluto pero yung tago siya sa luyos sa kusina gibutangan na day og kwan Raf ang iyang humba gibutangan na day magic sarap. Mugamit ba kang magic sarap, Raf? Bitsin ano?
Actually, I don't remember if mugamit.
Diba? Mo na magpalambi sa tanan burag tanan ako nga nibaw-an nga karinderya ang sekreto nila kay magic sarap.
Ana din. But yeah, to fact check, you are correct. Nga kan, the Philippines currently cannot produce enough rice on its own to meet local demand, making it one of the world's top rice importers. While the country produces about 19 to 20 million metric tons of palay annually, a deficit of 15 to 30% remains, driven by a variety of factors, including climate change, population growth, land conversion, and stagnant yields. So yeah, I guess that's one thing. No population growth, and then unfortunate changes in the climate, land conversion, and stagnant yield. So yeah, dili all the time na jud kay kan, a lot a lot of bountiful nga yield sa imong crop, and that is true.
Because we're talking about this in the context of globalization, di ba? And we're
Yeah.
talking about how we should try to be self-sufficient, right?
To an extent.
To an extent, di ba? And you're saying muraog it has to be kind of balanced, di ba? So unsa kay kon ba? Unsa kay tan-an nimo? What does that word mean when you say balance? How do we have a well balanced global a global community without being too dependent nga what happens in the Middle East also happens to us through gas prices. And so man nato panalitan ka ng gasolina. So mag-produce kita gugulingon itong gasolina. Nakadungog ra ba ko ba? Na ako'y ka istorya gahapon ba? Because I was in a sports forum, right? I was beside somebody from Alegria. Taga Alegria. Na ako noy kaning oil exploration ito ko no. Pero ang problema lang kay nahunong kuno katungod sa pandemic pero ni-restart na pud kuno karon kanang mga nadunggan nimo ba sa kaning mga oil exploration sa Pinas ba? Na ba kayo nadunggan na wala?
Yeah, actually, I heard about it.
Are these just myths ba? Or is this for real? I mean, for real in the sense nga, is it possible for us to produce our own fuel? I mean, do we have the expertise? And number two, do we have the technology? Because I think what we're going to do now is we're going to employ the services of multinational companies, right? Or international companies, because I don't think we know this stuff, right? Do we know our fuel? Of course not, right?
Yeah, we
Ang atong naibaw na gyud ka uling ra gyud.
probably ang kaning one thing we haven't really built up with is that what do you call this? We still need to process the oil.
Correct, refinery, di ba?
Refineries, and we don't have anything built up to the extent
So storya
that
ra gyud
other
ba?
countries
So
have.
storya ra gyud ba?
When I say I guess when you were talking about balance, you're thinking about every single industry we need to be a producer in. That's not realistic.
That's not realistic. So
That's not realistic.
So kanang imong nabasahan diya sa ato ang duwa sa fuel, damgo ra ginapay dili gina may tabo.
Well, we have according to Google, we have found oil in the Philippines, but it's not we're still not a major oil producing country.
But
And
we are producing on fuel already.
Well, while several oil and gas fields have been discovered, particularly since the 1970s, most are relatively small or in deep water, with a few active or past producers in offshore Palawan and recent onshore discovery in Cebu. Okay, we have the Northwest Palawan Basin, which is active, the most productive petroleum region in the country. Alegria, Cebu.
Kana alegria, di ba?
Yeah. And Alegria, Cebu in 2018, a significant onshore oil and gas field was confirmed in Alegria, Cebu with an estimated 27.93 million barrels of oil and over 9 billion cubic feet of natural gas. So we do have oil in the Philippines, but it's really a matter of like the fact, I guess, we really don't have like the industry to really make something out of it. Kana ang siguro.
Oh well. So kanang ato ang mga fuel dreams or just what they are dreams, right?
Yeah, and we when I was talking about kanang balance earlier, it's really about we're supposed to specialize in certain things, right? And
Says who?
The idea of globalization, you specialize in this, you
yeah.
specialize in that, and then we can help each other, kind of thing. Wait, what was I about to say? We were supposed to specialize in certain things, but
To participate in the global economy.
to participate in the global economy, but it feels like we're importing more than rather than trying to grow our expertise,
Mm.
supposedly.
Mm.
Because what is supposedly the Philippines' expertise
Mm.
and our contribution to the global market?
What is our expertise? That's a good question.
Mhm.
That is a $1 trillion question. What are
Supposedly.
we good at? If you
Lagi.
ask me now, and to tell you the truth, what we're good at are exporting people, right? We export people. Come one, come all. We have people here, people there, people everywhere who would like to get the truck out of here and work as this and that, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that seems like our number one export at the moment,
yeah,
diba?
yeah.
Manpower.
So should we grow more of those? Huh? Should we grow more? We should double our rate of production, right?
Oh no. You are you gonna join in sa production?
Yeah, if there's some volunteers, and this is for our independence, right? Right?
Para sa bayan.
Para sa bayan to, pare. Hindi to para sa akin. See, we're just kidding, of course, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what I'm saying, right?
Mhm.
When I say that, and we're giggling that humans are our greatest export, we're only half-heartedly laughing, and it's also half of us is crying,
a bit.
right?
Yeah, crying a bit inside.
Yeah. So what are we good at aside from that, Raf?
That's the question, really. And I think because we've been participating in this push towards globalization so much, we haven't had the time to fully answer that question.
Yeah.
And
Or maybe this is our participation to the world, right? Make sure we take care of the sick and the old.
I don't think that's enough, though.
Well-
That's not enough to help our nation as a whole grow.
The remittances of these OFWs is a huge has a huge economic impact. Maybe we should double it, right?
Well,
Double it.
I wouldn't say so because maybe they're bringing us a lot of remittances, but at the same time, it's also causing unforeseen. Oh, it's actually these are
Foreseen.
seen
Yeah.
these are seen consequences. Ang brain drain on the country.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of our experts are leaving the country so
Yeah.
they can find better work
And
opportunities abroad.
families are torn apart by distances, right? Because
Yeah,
you
that
can't see your
too.
parents and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah, so it has a lot of negative
Yeah.
impacts, and
Yeah.
relying on this solely,
So
I don't think it's going to be.
where should it come from then? If not human labor, where should our our best contribution to the world come from?
Well, you did mention this a while back, diba nga, Con? We are actually not an agricultural country.
Yeah.
We are a
Fishing country.
fishing country.
Yeah.
Maybe we should first and foremost try to
export our tulingan, our budboron. Huh?
basin. Pero at the very least, no, like improve the fishery industry in the Philippines
Mm.
and
The
look
fishing
for
industry, oh.
yeah, the fishing industry, and look for ways to make it more sustainable,
Mm.
because this is the lifeblood of the Philippines,
Mm.
and this is something we not only need to grow, but we also need to make sure that this growth leaves room for more in the future,
Mm.
rather than we just take as much as we can and then just drain it, basically.
Could it be also nga part of the thing that you said nga balance is also limit lang the number of trading partners ba? Like kukutob ra sa atong mga our needs as a nation, kutob lang diha atong i-trade partners. Kung dili ta manginanglan og ani o ana nga kanang luxurious na kayo nga dili na tong partner nila, ang ato lang mga partners i-limit na to. Could that be a kind of balance also nga murag ang atong partners gamay ra para dili kay ta maapektuhan kung naay mahitabo sa uban nga nasod, panalitan diwa tay mo trade lang ta siguro panalitan sa for example lang theoretically, let's just say sa fuel, ang atong trade partner kay let's just say ang ato lang mga silingan sa Asia. Panalitan lang ba?
Yeah.
So ana siguro basig i-curate lang nato atong mga trade partner siguro.
Yeah, that could be another way of going about it, no? It seems like nga sa current nga model of globalization, kay it feels like you gotta trade with everybody.
Yeah.
No? Maybe that's just one way of doing it. One way of finding this balance, curating a bit more who we do and don't trade with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Kasi may gasugod-sugod yun ng globalization ba? I don't think it's... Is it some guy who said, let's do globalization, right? It wasn't like that, right? I mean,
No, it definitely wasn't.
It just happened, right? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this really comes from the West, right? Kaning idea of globalization. Am I right?
Yeah, and I actually heard somebody saying this whole concept of globalization benefits corporations more than it does nations.
Wow.
Yeah, and
So what's that? What's the thesis? Nganong why does it benefit mostly corporations and not nations, not the Philippines?
well,
The
for
Filipinos, I mean.
for one thing, it was an argument. You know how a lot of production, factories and production moved away from Western nations into the third world, okay, because of
Cheap labor, yeah.
cheap labor.
Mm.
So this gutted the production capabilities in the West,
Yeah.
and moved them all to Asia.
Mm.
And
The auto industry in the United States got decimated because
Yeah.
of Asia.
yeah, and that's why Detroit is now one of the
Ghost
poorest.
town,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a ghost town. It used
Yeah.
to be the richest city in America.
Although
and
they're trying to revive it now, though.
they are.
They're trying to revive it, yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah.
good luck to them. Yeah, I did hear. I think
Yeah.
I did hear about that. They're
Yeah.
trying to revive
Yeah.
the
Auto industry.
the auto
Yeah,
industry and I think just about every kind of
Yeah, yeah.
manufacturing
Yeah.
industry in the U.S. But it's going to be hard now, and the people who benefited from from moving all of these manufacturers. The manufacturing industries, these equipment and all that, it's the manufacturers themselves, the corporations, because they got cheap labor out of it. But the American people, they lost jobs. The people in the UK as well, they gutted their production industries as well, and this negatively impacted the British people. They were the ones who lost jobs. They were the ones who lost economic opportunities, while all of these other these corporations, they raked in the cash. So why wouldn't people think this push for globalization benefited corporations more than it did nations? Because you could make the argument that this push kind of low-key destroyed nations, because it destroyed their manufacturing capabilities, a lot of them.
Because I remember there were so many manufacturing plants here in Cebu as well, di ba? Daghan man kayong mga semiconductor factories, di ba?
Yeah.
And I think there were also murag naghinihinig kawagtang, di ba?
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to that. I remember like there was a huge murag Fairchild Semiconductors, and there was like they used to make Canon cameras here, and I remember they were making this and they were making that. Murag nangawagtang maning mga factories ba isa nga supposedly we had so much manufacturing here, but the problem also with this, of course, is this is not really our products, but these are just products that will eventually go back to head office, and then will be resold to us at a higher price, right? So pananglitan kanang mga Canon cameras, diba? I remember before nga maingon sila nga kaning Canon camera gihimo ra mas maktan, og human like purting baratuhan na pag abot nako diri ipalit nako ako na sang ipaliton sa Amazon or whatnot, and then it becomes like very expensive, and it was made by Filipino hands. This was of course this is an anecdote that I heard a long time ago. I don't know if we still make Canon cameras in Mactan, but what I'm saying is the manufacturing industry in Cebu is stuff that we're making are not for us. It's for the globe. It's like a global brand, ba? Right?
Yeah.
So but it did give a lot of jobs to the Cebuanos. I'm just trying to describe to you, bang. We had like all of these things, but I think
Lagi.
murag nalupigan ta sa China and maybe India and South America nga mas barato pa ilahang labor dito, so naitabo is nang hawa sa kaning uban nga mga nasod, pero ang atong pinakadako ron nga I think more og industriya ba nga naka-improve sa atong livelihood is the BPO industry, di ba? Daghan man kay tag mga call center agents karon, di ba? Puno man kay ng IT park permi, di ba? Niya paghuman murag naka-increase na sa mura og middle class, di ba? We have a burgeoning a growing middle class in this city, in this country, right? So mura og kaning business process outsourcing also will eventually be taken over also by ay, di ba? Ay, by AI, di ba?
Yeah, potentially.
Di ba, bay?
Potentially, yeah.
Ingon man sila nga that will easily be these jobs that are repetitive and kaning cyclical can be easily replaced by AI also, di ba?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's the fear that they have right now in those
Yeah.
industries,
Yeah,
diba?
so I wonder what's going to happen to that.
Good
You,
call.
you know what, Ralph? We have been talking about what is happening with the world today, especially when it comes to the geopolitical situation where we are now, place and time, and how it affects us here in Cebu. It's almost like the butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings somewhere a million miles away, but we feel the repercussions here. There's something going on in the Middle East, and when you go to the gasoline pumps, the gasoline stations, your eyes kaning open wide and your jaws drop when you find out nga tag 100 pesos na onsa. Grabe na kayo kamahal ba? So it's really strange how we are so interconnected now, and whatever happens anywhere in the world happens to us
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
not to mention it becomes more graphic because we see it on CNN, we see it on Fox News, all those pictures and videos of all these buildings destroyed
Yeah.
and all of these suffering and,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth.
The BBC,
we
Al
f-
Jazeera.
we
see.
feel it in our bones,
Mhm.
right? It's not
Yeah.
just the gasoline prices anymore. We have a face that we can connect the gasoline prices to, right? Murag
Yeah.
dili na siya abstract ba? Right? Grabe na kita ka high-tech karon. And one of the things that we also forgot to discuss, and I think we should discuss, is that this month of March is actually International Women's Month, di ba?
Yeah, supposedly one ng main topic na to,
Dili
pero
na main topic na to. Appeal ni siya sa atong
medyo
top.
absorbed
Oh.
ta sa atong kuhan.
We were so absorbed with talking about geopolitics that we forgot about the International Women's Month, and we have been interviewing and talking to a lot of women, right? I mean, like, can you break down to our listeners, Ralph? Who have we talked to so far when it comes to our International Women's Month celebration?
Well,
I
we
should say.
talked to a lot of people. Good golly, Miss Molly.
I know we spoke to Sarah in Clona. She spoke to this educator, di ba?
Yeah. See,
And then we talked to a few beauty queens and so on and so forth. But today we have, I would say, two empowered women that are in the corporate world, right? They're actually from New Star. We have with us the Marco manager for hotels, Miss Gia Mayola Mercado. Maayong buntag mo diha, Miss Gia.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Gia. How are you doing?
Good. Oh, we're really up here.
Huh?
Joke.
What?
I see my face on the screen now.
You are on the screen.
morning.
Maayong buntag mo diha, Gia, Miss Gia. Happy Women's Month.
Yes. Happy Women's Month to all empowered women.
Yeah.
And no, it's really exciting to be celebrating
Closer to the microphone, please.
all
yeah.
these women who are notable in their fields.
Including Miss Gia Mayola Mercado. Also with us this morning, I have an old friend here. Her name is Miss Johanna Salazar. Maayong buntag ni Budia. She is the senior mall marketing manager of the mall, right? The mall of New Star.
Yes, that's correct. Good morning, Jiggy.
Maayong buntag.
Good morning.
Maayong buntag.
Mayang
Mayang
buntag
buntag.
kanimo.
How do you guys feel this morning? How's your trip so far? How's the traffic? Is it bad or is it
Surprisingly, there isn't any traffic.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Maybe finally the 100 peso per liter is now being felt in the streets, huh? Because I was actually complaining a few days ago, anong mahal ng kayong gasolina pag human ong diesel pag human traffic yapon kayo. So-
Bago ra ni kick in.
So maybe this is finally the only good thing that'll come out of these high gas prices, right? Gabiha lagi. Anyway,
And there's a jeepney strike.
Strike.
there
It's
is.
ongoing, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there is.
Oh,
Ralph, you're
okay.
so out of touch, Ralph. Huh?
Sorry, that's my fault. My fault.
You and your champagne problems, bro. What is happening, man? Grabe ka ni mo, Rafoy.
Hi.
Hi, life. Anyway, International Women's Month, the entire month of March, and I've always wondered about that kaning word ba, empowered women, right? Empowered. I've always wondered what that means. Kamo, Gia and Miss Johanna, like, what does that word mean to you? What does that mean to be an empowered woman? Kang pasabot mo gano'n na ang iyang mura og unspoken kaning thought there is nga naayo mga uban nga women nga dili empowered, right? So what does empowered mean? What does that mean to you, Gia? Go ahead.
Well, for me, empowerment, especially for us women, it's being able to make your own decisions without any influence. It's really things that you decide on your own through your lived experiences.
Okay. So you can make independent decisions.
Yes.
You can make decisions on your own. So how about you, Miss Johanna? How do you feel about being an empowered woman? I know Iki's not listening. I told him not to listen.
Well, okay. That kind of caught me off guard, but well, I think Jiggy, I think I've always been blessed in a way, that in all of my life, in all my experience, I have never really felt that need to kind of prove myself. I think some women, though, in a probably in the workplace would probably have to double their efforts in order to be recognized, in order to be heard. I think there are some in the workplace, perhaps, even in families, but it's a matter of having your own voice to be heard, and not just to be heard, to be able to make a stand. That for me is an empowered woman. Not necessarily being able to make waves and change the world, because there are women like that, no, at that certain level. But I would also like to point out that there are also women, the small women, the everyday women, who gets to do their own share, gets to have their own voice, be it in your family or be it, in all other small ways and means.
I'm curious, but actually had this question before, and I think I asked a few women this question before. There was a survey not too long ago by National Geographic. The survey was about how a country treats its women, or how well a country treats its women. Unya, the Philippines actually was or is in the top 10 in terms of treating women right. We're way ahead of most of the world, right? In fact, way ahead of the United States, right? I mean, we've already had two women presidents, right? And a vice president, diba? Sila kutob plus vice president in Kamala Harris, right? And she didn't even get elected because kuan sila kaning black voting man ila dito. So akong pangutana ba is this really a thing for the Philippines? I mean, are there really women out there are suffering because of who we are as a society? Mura og medyo very, they would say patriarchal is the word that I hear a lot, right? Is that really a thing, or is this just a kind of export from the West? Nga ato na lang sa ningi adapt kunuhay kay para cool sa tao, whatever.
I think it's insecure men.
What are your thoughts on that? Is that really a thing?
Seriously, I think it's for me. There might be it could
Is
be
it
a
a thing?
minority.
Is it a thing in the Philippines?
No, I don't think so. But you always have to remember, growing up, we were always taught that ang ina ang ilaw ng tahanan. So I think that's where our women empowerment and the importance of women are. So right from when we were still very young, kinder and all, we have always been ang ina ang ilaw ng tahanan.
Ang ilaw. So kung wala ina, burn out.
Right.
Seriously, like
But seriously,
yeah.
I think that's really a minority if there is. Because our society really allows for women to be up there.
Philippine society in
Yes.
general,
In
right?
Philippines. I'm talking about the context of the Philippines.
Yeah. What do you think, Gia?
Well, I would agree. Like considering in the workforce, you see a lot of women in leadership positions. So there's really respect that is given to these women who've really made a name for themselves, like in not just in our industry, but in other industries as well. You get to see, at least in Cebu, you get to see women who are vice presidents of their company or presidents of their company. So I think I would disagree that it's not patriarchal. In fact, there's a lot of respect given to women.
So this whole women empowerment is more or less like kind of export, an idea that we exported and that we're just also celebrating because we're like that. We love things from the West, right? Do you think that there's a portion of that's just the colonialism?
Well, I'd say there is a big deal of influence that is given by the West, but we're also traditional in a sense that we still take a look at our own values, the Filipino values that we have. Like we kind of marry those values into Western ideals that are, as you said, exported here.
So this empowerment of women is partially an export from the West, but in our tradition and culture, do you feel nga? I know you already said it. I'm just gonna ask the question again. So in our culture, we actually treat women relatively. So katong survey sa National Geographic is partially correct. Nga, we actually treat our women highly compared to other societies. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I would agree. We do treat them fairly well compared to other countries. Actually, I just want to share. I got this information from a friend in media that the recent SWS survey, it was released late December, I believe. So
Okay.
it was, the topic was about if women should still, keep their roles in as a mother, like should they stay home and not work. So it was actually quite surprising because the results, I think they took about 1,500 respondents. So their results were that majority of these respondents believe that women should still stay at home and take care of the family, take care of the children. So we kind of found it, like we were talking about it with some media, we kind of found it a bit strange because we do see women in
But
the workforce.
what were the respondents? Was it mostly men?
I
Were they from the rural or the
They were from
urban
the
areas?
rural areas.
That's what
So I think
would
that
assume.
was a
More
big
traditional
factor.
values, right?
More traditional values. So,
yeah.
there's a difference in how the urban areas feel about this.
Can you remind me what's wrong with women taking care of children at home again?
Well, actually, there isn't anything wrong. Not at all. Like, I mean, earlier I said that empowerment is, to me, is being able to make your own decisions, right? So whether it's you wanting to stay at home and be a mom, take care of the children, or whether you want to go out there in the corporate world and make a name for yourself, I support either way. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I remember I had this conversation with a bunch of my friends in the United States, and these were husbands whose wives are nurses, and they actually don't go. The husbands don't go to work because they drive
Husbands.
they drive their wives to work, and the husbands stay at home, and that actually includes my brother. But my brother actually works from home. He was lucky enough to have a job that allows him to work at home. So he can drive the kids, he can take care of the kids at home, and they pick up my sister-in-law in the hospital in the evening. So it's fine as far as we're concerned. As far as Filipino dads are concerned, I wonder how it is in other cultures. Right? Maglisod siguro kayo sila nga dili sila ang manrabaho, di ba? Dili sila ang breadwinner, so to speak, right? Na sila ray mubantay sa mga bata, di ba? Maglisod siguro sa ubang kultura. Do you think it's okay here? For example, you or you Johanna or you me, okay ra nimo nga imong bana kaning granting let's just say you make so much you don't really need both of you to work and it's just you who will go to work. Like, okay ra ka na ni Iki ka?
Oh,
Ha?
yeah.
Ha?
Oh,
Nga,
yeah.
ma-
Yeah,
ma-
Hyra.
ma-
Yeah.
ma- ma-
Oh,
manghin-
seriously, I mean, to
manghin-
each his own.
Manghinampiling lang siya.
Okay ra.
Ha?
As long as he drives for me and cooks for me and takes care of the kids,
Husband.
that's fine.
ikaw Gia, tanaw ni mo if ever.
I mean, actually,
Okay ra nimo.
similar siguro Sir Jeggy, no? My husband works at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like work from home and siya. So, similar setup in the way na he can drive me to work if he wants to because he has more time than I do. But if he wants to stay at home, okay ra. There are other ways for like couples to support each other, not just through work.
So it's really not just the
It's a non-issue.
Yeah, it's a
exa-
non-issue.
exa-
Really,
exactly,
yeah.
right? Exactly. That's what I've been thinking all along.
Yeah.
This whole woman empowerment thing is actually not that big of a deal in the Philippines. It's just because of Western influence and all of that stuff, it became like this big thing. Because we actually, not just about women empowerment, but we actually export a lot of our outrage from what we see in social media. Kabantay ka sa pareha na to mga bata karon nga usahay mo sa mga outrage nyo, yung mga like Black Lives Matter and all that stuff, right? We don't have a problem with that.
Exactly.
Murag ma-appeal nila ba?
Right. Right.
Nakabantay mo na? Is it just me or
I think it's similar to celebration of Thanksgiving here in the Philippines.
oh.
Right? We're not. It
We
was
don't-
never a holiday in
yeah.
our end, but
Not
you
yet.
see Filipinos who go, oh, in celebration of Thanksgiving celebration. Okay, sige. To each his own, I suppose.
Yeah.
Primarily, that's
Yeah. Both of you, of course, are classic examples of women that are empowered. You guys are in the corporate world now, and the biggest resort hotel operations in Cebu, right? Grabe kayo
in the
nakadako.
Vis
In the Visayas and Mindanao,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just there yesterday, and I think I saw Johanna there, and I also think I saw. Did I see you there?
I think at the
Yeah.
Sports Tourism Forum.
Yeah,
yes.
that's, and also Pauline. That's a huge project. Can somebody describe to me before we start with go to the script? Can you describe to somebody who has never been to New Star exactly what is this New Star project?
Right, so New Star is actually the first and only integrated resort in the Visayas and Mindanao. So, aside from hotels like Philly Hotel and New Star Hotel, we also have the mall at New Star. So, it's really a place for people to come and enjoy the whole area because you get to do a lot of things aside from enjoying the facilities like the pool, the gym. You can shop at the mall.
You can go to the
You
casino.
can go to the casino. So there's a lot of things for you to do, and it's the only one in Visayas and Mindanao.
So I would think to just to sum it up in one line is that you haven't been to Cebu if you haven't been to New Star.
Yeah,
So
for
it's,
sure.
It's really
for
a
sure.
landmark that you should visit and be able to experience the world in one place, so to speak. Because, for example, for the mall, we have the most number of it's luxury stores that's available in the Visayas and Mindanao, and I think comparable as well to Manila. So you see all of those brands in one place. You have the Sky Deck, for example, that allows you a view that is not available elsewhere.
Yeah, I was there a few days ago.
Right.
Thank you, Pauline, for bringing me there. I thought I was gonna fall.
Right. And then there's this strip that allows you a view of CCLX, a different view of CCLX.
Oh man,
You
I
have
love the
F&B outlets like
Yeah.
Mod 32, for
Mod 32.
I
example.
think we were there, right, Ralph? We were there. You were there having having
bit ago.
JP, right?
Yeah, we
Talking to
talked then,
JB.
Yeah.
So essentially, that's
Yeah.
that's to encapsulate everything in
And
one.
and the most exciting part
sentence.
about it is it's not even done yet.
Yes,
You're-
there's so much to look
You're
forward
not
to.
even done yet. So tell me about the newly finished, the newly done, and tell me about what will be like in the what you can reveal, at least. No secrets here.
Yeah, so of course, as mentioned by Miss Joanna, we recently opened our Sky Deck last February 1st. So it's been going quite well.
Is
Actually,
it open to
we've
the
had-
public, right?
It's open to the public. So we've had quite a number of visitors in its first month
And I
of
heard
opening.
quite a number of proposals.
Proposals
Whoa!
as well. Yes,
Whether it has
a
been
lot,
successful or
Yeah.
not,
Oh.
there has been a lot of proposals.
You know,
Yeah.
women especially, because usually it's the man that proposes to a woman, right? Although the other way around can be done too. Are generally scared if they're at a high level, right? Because if they say no, they can easily be just thrown out of the building, right? So it's usually a yes. I think you'll usually get a yes.
Your
Yeah.
batting average is quite high.
Because
Literally and figuratively.
that happens here at Tops too. You know, generally speaking, if you get a proposal at Tops, you get a yes.
Yes.
Because hey, you know, like we don't want to fall off from 2,000 feet above sea level. So there's the sky deck, and there's. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering what the mall is, that's actually the name of their mall. It's called the Mall. Tell us about the mall, aside from the luxury brands that you have there, because you know you have the best collection of luxury brands in the Visayas and Mindanao. Aside from that, what else is there?
We also have a good collection of specialty shops.
Okay.
We have services there as well. Like you can have your haircut there. You can have your nails done there. We have Playville. This is like an indoor playground for the kids. And for the a little bit older kids, there's also Time Zone.
Oh wow.
We also do have the food hall. I just had my lunch there yesterday, and I had lechon belly for lunch.
Oh wow, wow.
So so it's not just because we have the luxury brands, but we also have specialty shops and restaurants. So, for example, we just opened Lucky Lantern. So
Oh
it's
wow.
a Szechuan
What is that? I saw that
Chinese-
yesterday. What's that?
Yeah, it's Szechuan, and it's hand-pulled fresh
What's
noodles.
a Szechuan?
Szechuan.
What's that?
Szechuan
What's a
cuisine.
Szechuan?
So it's a Chinese
Chinese
cuisine.
Yeah,
cuisine.
yeah.
So their specialty really are the hand-pulled noodles.
Hand-pulled noodles. Okay.
Yeah, so it's fresh. So you know how yummy your fresh noodles are
Especially if
as
they wash
compared
their
to
hands,
the-
right?
The instant one.
Right. So you can actually see them. So there's like a show window there, and you can see the
The ha-
chefs
Pu-
prepare
pulling the noodles.
Yeah, I know they're just going like that.
Right. So there's an illusion, or at least a myth, especially if it's as luxurious looking as a new star, that everything is like ridiculously expensive, right? And is that a myth or is that true? I mean,
Actually, it is a misnomer.
Mhm.
Because like I was saying, you can buy your iPhone there. You can have lunch at Cafe Laguna, so it's quite moderately priced, and you still have your food hall. So you can get like my meal was 195 pesos. So that was like rice and lots of
Lechon.
rice and lechon. So so it's really it's not really that expensive as that myth is. But for me, what makes the mall quite special is that it's somewhere that you normally don't go to every day. But so when you go there, that visit is quite extra special because it's at New Star.
So one of the things that people look for, at least I look for, because I'm a dad, is the groceries. Do you have groceries already?
We do have a convenience store.
Oh, convenience store. Not,
We have
no,
convenience
no
store.
groceries yet.
No groceries.
Is that part of the plan? Groceries? No.
Well,
Because
we
I
have- we have-
remember that story before. Like there was supposed to be a
right.
grocery.
We quite have a very few in terms of retail space.
Oh, okay.
So we have to really carefully curate
Curate it. Okay.
what we can offer. So that's really handpicked because you can do your groceries anywhere. So this is somewhere that you would want to be extra special. So it's mostly F&B and retail.
So what else are the other up and coming projects that we can talk about that we haven't talked about yet?
there's also
The third tower is
the
opening.
third tower?
Right. So
Soon.
this is the Grand
Soon.
Summit Hotel.
Oh my God.
It's a 4-star hotel.
Four-star
that's
hotel.
really
4-star.
intended more of the conventions.
Mm.
Yeah, the mice market.
The-
So we're looking at end of this
End of
year.
this
That's
year.
the target. for opening.
I would be remiss if I don't talk about this. There was a K-pop thing that happened in New Star not too long ago, right? And I think people saw that finally a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
can you
I saw
tell-
that too.
Can you tell us about it? And why weren't you extras? I didn't see both of you there. You should be there.
Couldn't afford our talent.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness! Tell us about it. What can you talk about? And maybe you can you can explain to our listeners who don't know exactly what it is. What was that? What was the show and all of that stuff?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's Boyfriend on Demand, right?
That's the name of the show.
That's the name of the show. So it's a K-drama starring
Close to the microphone, please.
Jisoo of Blackpink.
Okay.
So I think all the K-pop fans are very supportive. The instant they saw that it was
Jisoo,
New
okay.
Star, and of course Jisoo at New Star,
Okay.
They went
This
crazy
is
over
already
it.
this is already showing.
it's already showing right now.
Okay.
On
So-
Netflix.
So what was the scene And that was
So-
shot at New Star.
I haven't seen it, but I know that the plot is like boyfriend on demand, right? So
What
she
is that?
goes into a VR world
Okay.
wherein she goes to different settings, I think. I mean, there was a beach scene, there was a hotel scene. So, the one where they included New Star is
They
she's
included
a
the mall.
hotel employee, right? And then they included the mall.
They included the mall. They
Jisoo is a
included-
is a hotel
the
employee.
leading girl.
Yeah, the lead,
She's the lead.
the lead girl.
So she's not a hotel employee.
No.
She's not.
But who's
But
the
she's
hotel?
a K-pop star.
But who's the hotel employee in the movie?
It's her.
It's her.
She's like her role in that certain episode is that she's a hotel employee.
Because the boss owns
The
property.
hotel, the property.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
Okay.
and he was into her.
Oh.
So he had to
Sounds
he
very
had to
familiar.
impress her because
Okay.
I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Oh wait a minute. So this is
and
not
he
just
had to
one
impress
episode.
her. No,
It's a
this is-
series.
It's a series, I think, of 8 episodes. I haven't gotten to that part yet. So her, like Gio was saying, it's really a chess scenarios, different boyfriends, virtual boyfriends, and she only has 50 hours with a boyfriend.
That's
So
part of the Murag
that's part of the
deal.
The
Of the
deal.
deal.
Okay.
Deal.
50
Yeah.
hours lang.
So in terms of spaces in the property that was shot, so there was the iconic hotel lobby. There's the mall as well. That area where you walk in between Dior and Saint Laurent.
Oh,
that
I was
side.
just there yesterday. I should
Yeah.
have shot myself there.
I know, you should have told me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then I could
Okay.
have shot you there.
Yeah.
And we also had one at the villa.
Okay. What's the villa?
So the villa is one of the really ultra luxury categories that we have for New Star. So it's a very private place. It's like your own house in a hotel. So these are large spaces wherein, of course, there are several bedrooms. There's your own private pool. You have butler service. So these are our top categories in terms of hotel rooms.
So they shot a scene there.
They shot a scene there.
So this series is all in New Star happening all in New Star or no just one
for
one
that
show.
episode,
For, I think, 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
So New Star appears in 2 episodes of this boyfriend
On
on
demand.
demand
On demand.
series at Netflix. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
At
that's
Netflix.
correct.
So you guys see it. Which episodes?
I'm on the 3rd episode, the half of the 3rd episode.
Okay, so
Yeah.
but the episodes that New Star appears on are which episode?
Episode 2,
2 and 3.
2 and 3. So you guys watch it and take pride in the fact that Cebu's very own New Star is being shown in the Boyfriend on Demand show with Jisoo.
Jisoo.
Did you actually see her live in
I
the flesh?
wasn't.
No.
Did you? Were you allowed?
You
Well,
weren't
the
allowed.
Korean team was quite careful
Oh.
as to who to allow access to. So it was really mostly it was really
The
the
crew.
Korean.
Nobody knew about it, right? Until they
We knew about it, but we weren't allowed to
allowed.
No,
disclose.
but
But
sorry,
yes,
I mean nobody knew
yes,
about it except you guys.
Yes.
And you only talked about it after, or nobody even talked about it until it was shown on
Until it
television,
was
right?
shown.
Yes.
So they just to allay fears that this might be just AI. They did go there, right?
They
did go there physically. Jesu, Blackpink
Mm-hmm.
actually went to New Star and they walked between Saint Laurent and Christian Dior, and maybe I can touch the feet of the floor which
The floor where she walked.
she walked
I
on,
can
right?
point it out.
Oh, wow!
Actually, you have to walk.
Yes, please.
This
yes.
exact area.
You know what? You know what, guys? Aside from all of these great structures, great buildings, and so on and so forth, these great brands, you also have a lot of activities there. And one of the activities that is happening there is what they call the Treasure Cove. It's hard to imagine, Ralph. That's already Easter, man. Rubihas, huh?
Already.
Already.
Oh my God! Didn't we just celebrate New Year? Huh? Was it there just New Year?
It feels like it was only
Valentine's
yesterday.
Day.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
Oh jeez, man.
Mhm.
So okay. I'll have to ask this question then. What is the Treasure Cove or the Great Easter Hunt all about?
Yeah, so as you said, Easter is just right around the corner. It's in 2 weeks.
I can't believe it. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even.
It's in 2 weeks. So, we're all excited at New Star because Easter is a season for us to look forward to celebrating it with family and, of course, close friends and people we haven't seen in a long time. So at New Star, we're having our Easter event. It's called the Treasure Cove, the Great Easter Hunt. So that's going to be on April 5th on Easter Sunday. So we're offering an Easter egg hunt for kids and families. So we're offering 2 sessions actually, one in the morning at 10 a.m. and another one in the afternoon at 4 p.m. And it's something to look forward to because aside from all the excitement in the Easter egg hunt, there's also a lot of activities like arts and craft stations, photo opportunities, and mini games and challenges that families and children can enjoy together for Easter.
And what can guests expect during this event? I mean, what are they going to do? Is it just all for kids? Can adults also do something?
Well, I mean, of course, parents can enjoy it, like, right? If you see your kids enjoying you're also enjoying the moment. So it's a time for them to spend together because that's several days off, right? Holy Week, and then Easter is like the grand culmination of all these things. So families can enjoy all the activities together, and like I said, there's an arts and crafts station. There's a program for kids to enjoy, and we're also offering a 15% discount on our F&B outlets for guests who are celebrating Easter with us.
Okay, and of course this is ticketed, right? I mean, you can get your tickets here in advance, right? Because something like this usually gets sold out rather quickly because we're big on Easter in
We
this
are
country,
big
right?
on Easter, right?
So tell me about that. Where can they get their tickets?
Yes. So tickets are priced at 1,500. That's for one adult who will accompany one child. So tickets are sold through our website on e-shop.newstar.ph. So there they can
Hold on, give me a
purchase in
second.
advance.
Let me write that down. So
Yeah.
did you say
e-shop
shop
.newstar.ph.
.newstar. What is this? Is this the place where you sell tickets and stuff, or
Yes.
this is just a one-off address?
No, so we're selling our tickets for Easter there.
Okay.
Easter events, actually all events that we have at New Star, because of course we're in the digital age, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to digitize
sell, yeah.
everything. So you can purchase your tickets there, but there will also be a physical booth in our hotel lobby for guests who are a bit more traditional and they want to actually pay in cash. So, but we do recommend purchasing through our e-shop.
So those are the different prices, right? Because I see here different packages like for an
Yes.
additional child, additional adult.
Yeah.
You can have all that information in that e-shop.
Yes, on the e-shop. So
e-shop.newstar.ph.
e-shop.ph. Correct.
So is there like a theme for this year? Is there like a
Yes.
costume that we should wear?
Yeah, so like I said, the theme, right, is the Treasure Cove, the
Oh.
Great Easter Hunt. So it's, I think from there you can tell, so a cove, it's really about, the theme is about pirates and gypsies and fairies, like all the R's. So it's fun for a pirate.
Huh?
The parrot.
Jake, you should probably dress up with like a peg leg or something.
A what?
A peg leg.
I mean,
What's a peg leg?
So extreme.
No, the peg leg is like a fake leg.
the fake leg,
Yeah, the fake leg
made
that
out of
pirates
wood.
had.
Of the pirate.
Yeah, the one that's made out of wood. It's just
Okay.
like a little stump.
Or in your hook.
How do you do that? How do you do that? Is there a costume like that?
Yeah, I think you need to.
Cut my foot?
Yeah, probably.
leg?
Yeah, you probably have to.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
That's really commitment
Yeah,
for the
man.
part, right? Yeah. But
So-
we're encouraging people to come in costumes because
So
we're
pirate-
giving out prizes.
Ang theme niya
Oh, I thought
is
we're gonna-
pirate.
Pirates.
I thought we're
Wow.
encouraging people to get peg legs.
No.
But coming in with costumes, right?
Coming in with costumes. So, I mean, not just kids. Parents can dress up as well.
Of
This
course.
is
There's
happening.
surprises.
Is there like a time frame, like open from so on and so forth, like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or whatever?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier there are 2 sessions.
Okay.
There's one in the morning at 10 a.m. until 12 noon, and then another
okay.
one at 4 p.m.
Another batch.
Yes. So 2 batches for April 5th.
So
Sunday.
you can't mix the the batches up, right? If you
Yes.
paid for the morning, you have to.
Then
just
you're
do it.
only able to access the morning
Of course.
session.
There's of course ample parking for everybody. That's always
Right.
never a problem. I've never had a New Star the parking problem ever, so that's good.
Is the session like you said? There's like 2 sessions, right? Is that going to be indicated in the ticket or not?
Yeah, so when they go to the e-shop, guests are able to choose between the morning or the afternoon session. So
okay.
once they get that receipt, that's what they show to be able to claim their wristband. And then it's also indicated which time slot they are able to go into.
And if they miss their time slot, let's say they went for the morning, but
Oh,
they weren't able to get there.
Oh, yeah. So
what
ticket
happens?
ticket purchases are final. Yes.
okay,
And
okay.
non-refundable.
All right.
They just talk to us here.
They could talk to us about
Yeah,
their experience.
Okay. So, shuttle service, are you guys extending that to the
Yes.
customers?
Yeah, so we do have a free shuttle service for all guests who would like to celebrate Easter with us. So the schedule is available on our website, and they're located in key points of the city. So pretty accessible. If it's close to you, you can just walk over and take the shuttle going to New Star.
Yeah. Just because you're dressed up as a pirate doesn't mean you have to act like a pirate too, right?
And take a ship to New Star.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you gotta also show up on time as well, right?
Yes.
And does the package include food already?
So the package already includes popcorn and fairy floss for participants.
Fairy floss?
Fairy
Fairy
floss.
What is that? I floss a lot.
You have to go on
What-
Easter Sunday to find out.
Oh
what
my
the
God,
fairy
What fairy
floss
Does
floss
this thing clean my teeth by any chance? No.
Yes. yes.
Yes. So yeah, it's inclusive of popcorn and fairy floss. And-
Popcorn.
yeah.
Oh, nice. Man, I can't wait. But you better get your tickets now because this is something that gets sold out really quick, right? So once again, e-shop.newstar.com. Diba?
.ph.
.ph,
Yes.
right? That's the place where you can get your tickets and get it digitally. And if you want, they have a like an actual, a real life store, a ticket booth. Where is it located in the mall?
In the hotel lobby. Yeah, so
Which
the booth
which
will be
particular
located.
hotel?
There's a shared lobby in between Philly Hotel and New Star Hotel.
Yeah, I know that.
So it's going to be located there, right at the drop-off area.
Right in front of the casino too, right?
Yes,
yeah, I
right
can see
there.
that. Yeah, so you can get your tickets there.
Yes, you
And
can.
they will get a physical ticket. But those who will be buying digitally need not present anything physical, right? They can just show their phone.
They
or
can
something.
show their phone to be able to claim the wristband that they'll be using on the day of the event.
I remember attending a kind of Easter party in a hotel, and they were like the kids were taken to. We were taken to like different areas of the hotel and all that stuff for traveling around. Is there like a specific area wherein you guys consider as your playground for Easter, or is it like just everywhere?
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of the Treasure Cove, we're just having it at the Grand Ballroom. However, the
okay.
mall also has something exciting
what is
in
happening
store for Easter.
Well,
For sure, they're gonna take their photos between Christian Dior and
Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent, right? The place where Jesu walked on.
Right, right. Well, if Gia has her treasure chest,
Treasure Cove.
treasure
Cove,
cove,
okay.
I do have my secret.
Oh, what's,
it's the-
what's your secret?
It's the secret. It's the secret of the treasure cove.
What's the secret?
No, it's the secret of the treasure chest.
What is that?
So primarily, it is a promo.
Okay.
You buy 1,000 peso worth of
Anything?
anything.
Yeah.
Starting tomorrow up until
1,000
April 4,
1,000 peso.
1,500
1,500 pesos worth of Christian Dior.
Right. That too. Or any of our restaurants, for example, then you get the chance to win instantly either tickets to the Treasure Cove,
Okay.
or you also get a chance to win an overnight stay at Philly Hotel
Ooh.
with buffet breakfast for
Wow.
two.
And how many potential winners for this?
We are looking at the very least 25.
Wow. Shout out once again to the
Right.
Taste Wanderer in Lanao del Norte, Jeff Garancho. Thank you so much
Hi,
for
Jeff.
watching and listening. Mark Anthony M. Odang. Hey, thank you so much. You're looking at these two lovely ladies, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mia and Johanna of New Star, Empowered Women. They're here, of course, to talk about their Easter event, which is happening already. When is Easter again, and when do you close shop in terms of the tickets? Is there like a deadline for you to get tickets before you
Yeah. So
Close it.
actually, this event is on April 5th.
Okay.
So selling of tickets is already up online or
okay.
on our e-shop.
Okay.
And as well as in our hotel lobby. So
Okay.
We do recommend purchasing your tickets in advance so that it's easier for you to go through the pre-registration process
Okay.
on the day. Although there will still be a setup for purchasing of tickets until the day before.
So that's the deadliest of deadlines.
April
Yes.
Yeah, pirates are known to be
Yes,
late,
so we
right?
really recommend to purchase your tickets ahead of time.
Where did we just make that up?
Which one?
Pirates are usually late.
Yeah, I think we just did. But let's roll with it.
Okay, let's just
th-
roll with
This
it.
is a fact, guys.
Yeah, there's a fact.
We made up this fact.
Yeah, but I can imagine their lives being so chaotic. They don't have a schedule, right? So
Yeah,
they,
definitely. Definitely.
They probably show up really early or really late.
Yeah, either of the
Never
two.
on time.
Never on time.
I've never seen a pirate with a watch.
Kind of hard to imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they ever had
But
that.
I think the parrot reminds them. The parrot reminds the pirate that hey, it's time already. It's time to go to the New Star event, right?
Yeah, that's probably how it happens. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Johanna,
Yes, and we do have another promo.
what's the other promo?
It's called Fun and Flavors at the Hall.
Fun and flavors at the hall. Tell us about it.
So it's primarily a food hall promo
Okay.
coupled with Time Zone and Playville. So all you need is 300 pesos, and then you get a chance to win either play credits at Playville or a Time Zone, or you get to have coupons or gift certificates from any of our food hall outlets. So we do have 4 weekly raffles, and we have a grand raffle draw. Primarily, it's really close to unlimited play at Playville or unlimited play at Time Zone, or like eat as much as you want to eat at any of our outlets in the food hall. So they can actually just go to our website, either newstar.com.ph, or they can also go to our Facebook page. So that's the mall at Newstar, and all the details are actually there.
Okay. Out of curiosity, food hall, you call
Yes.
it, is actually like a kind of, I don't want to say the bad word, food court, right?
Yes.
Okay. But it's called food hall in your
Yes.
place, right? That's number one. And it's located at the highest level?
At level 3.
Level 3, right?
Yes.
So you have to take like 2 flights or 3 flights of escalator to get to that place, right? And your theater, I've been meaning to go inside. I've never gone inside. Can you describe to us what's inside? Is it like a luxury theater?
Well, we
kind
have
of
2
thing?
theaters.
Okay.
Our cinema one is where you have your bucket seats,
Mhm.
and it's the experience is really nice.
Okay.
You get to feel the sound,
Okay.
not just hear it,
Mhm.
not just see it, but you actually feel it. So
Okay, okay.
it's that fantastic.
Okay.
And we do have a regular cinema, but it's still, because it's New Star, so it's still elevated. So it's actually nice cinematic experience there as well.
What's your favorite
You should tell me.
what's your favorite restaurant down there
Oh.
in the cinema level? What do you call that area?
Oh.
What do you call that level?
Sure, if I'm allowed to say my favorites,
No,
I
you-
would
you-
have to
you-
say
you-
I would have to say a Miss Universe reply and say
Okay, fine,
all
fine,
of
fine.
my favorites.
of
It
them.
depends on my mood
Okay.
as to what
Okay,
food
okay,
I
okay,
like
okay.
to
You're
have.
feeling for that day.
What are you in the mood to eat right now?
Ooh, I want to go Filipino again.
Filipino. So Laguna?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Gia? What's your favorite restaurant in that level? What do you call that level again? Sorry.
It's level 2.
It's
Level
level
2,
two.
Yeah,
just level
quite
2.
simple, straightforward. Level 1, level 2, level 3 at the mall.
Okay, sometimes the malls call their levels upper ground level, lower ground
Yeah,
level.
we
huh?
do have
We
that
do have
on our
that.
lower
Why is
floors.
that? Why is that?
Because you'd rather say
Is the-
upper ground or lower ground rather than say basement, right?
No, you can say first level.
Yeah, but that's quite confusing.
Okay.
Mm.
Why is it
Like
confusing?
there's the mall, for example. I'm quite confused because their department store says level 1, where in fact we're at level 2 of the
Exactly,
mall.
right?
So
It's the first level, it's the second level, it could be the underground level, but it's the first level because you count from 1 to 3, right?
Yeah, I think we're just overcomplicating
Oh,
it.
man. Oh, geez. Anyway, now I'm confused.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I'm confused, yeah. But it's actually, I got used to it because I was there the entire day yesterday. So I just walked around and there was a time it was pretty dark because I was like there really early, right? So the luxury area was pretty dark.
because
And
we
I-
open at
close.
11.
yeah, I
that's
know.
why.
So I was there, like it was dark and stuff. Hey, maybe I can get some Christian Dior bags here somewhere, sneak in and all of that stuff. But there was like security. I noticed the security, and there was like a camera also. So
Oh, are you surprised there's security there?
oh
Oh no.
Don't tell the boss that, okay? Pauline, don't tell him that. Last question. During the presentation of the representative from RLC, I forgot his name. in the sports tourism forum, there was a huge venue that he sort of showed us for theater, for stage plays.
This is for the performance theater.
Yeah, are you
Right.
are you at liberty to talk about that?
I think
Not
Mr.
yet.
Ramon,
Mr. Ramon.
who was the speaker yesterday,
Okay.
would have more details.
But what do you know about it?
But we are quite excited to have that.
I know,
Because
I
like
know.
me, for example,
Yeah.
I fly to Manila
Yeah,
to
I-
watch
To
plays.
watch
Yeah,
plays.
So I'm so looking forward to the opening.
Okay,
Did he disclose when it was going to open?
not sure. I forgot.
Right.
Ah.
So we're very excited. That's an additional attraction to New Star.
So are you gonna bring Hamilton to Cebu?
Well, I hope so. I think it's fit
so.
for that.
Huh?
Les Miserables.
I've seen those. But
Oh.
I'm really looking forward to having those plays.
I know. The first stage play should be Hamilton. Should
If
be
we
Hamilton.
can, why
That's
not?
quite.
Tall
That's
order.
up for discussion. No, it's up for discussion.
I know,
because
Mr.
There's so many. There's Wicked, for example.
Uh-huh,
Oh,
yeah.
Wicked is fantastic.
But I know Miranda personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have his personal contact
Yeah.
information?
Maxi Miranda. Some other Miranda. Not that.
Not
not-
Manuel.
Not that Miranda.
not Miranda.
Okay.
Anyway.
Not Miranda then.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that's one of the additional
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
events that we have. But I also would like to take this opportunity to invite all the listeners and viewers that we do have an event for women.
Okay.
Because it's International
Of
Women's
course,
Month.
yeah, that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here. So we are actually staging an event for the women, of the women and by the women, that
Oh,
we call as
no men
Served
allowed.
there are men. We're not really all feminist here,
Okay.
but we do acknowledge, and this is where we highlight women. We have an event called Served in Style. So this is happening on Saturday at
This
5 p.m.
Saturday, okay.
Yes, at level 2 of the mall. And if I may, I'd like to make mention of the designers. And these designers.
So this is a fashion show.
Yes,
Okay.
they have designers, and they are really focusing and doing a feature of their muses,
Mm.
right, or the women. June Iscario
Mm. Sorry.
will be present. So he is going to be
Flying in
his
from Manila.
muse. His muse is Leila Aznar Borromeo.
Ooh.
And then we have the Philip Rodriguez, whose muse is Ambra de Chanco Anzani, right? And we have Amanda Dion Kittlestead Owano, who will be wearing Wendell Casido. There's Dexter Alasas and his muse, Zoe Kiani Lungay Viosin. Marichu Tan will have Cheron Kisses Booko. And Odd Shofar will have his beautiful Japanese muse, Kumiko Onda. And of course, there's Claudia Yong with her muse, Tiffany Prenilla Tan.
So this
So
is
we're
this
quite
is a fashion show open to the public?
It's
is
open
it
to the
by
public.
invitation only?
It's really open to the public because it is at the mall.
Okay.
And we're really looking forward to the designers and their muses. And the muses are actually quite excited as well to
Oh.
be able to wear, because they are the clientele of the fashion designer. So
Mhm.
it's nice because the fashion designer knows already their muse, so he knows what works in terms of design and all. So
See,
we're
this
very
is going to be
excited
like
about
like a fashion show type, right? I mean,
Yes.
morag na rampa.
Yeah.
People,
Well, actually, no.
so what is that? They're just
but
going to walk in the mall.
They're going to walk in a part of the mall.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Seaview Lounge? So, like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you had your event?
Yeah.
That's where our event will be. So it's a
Oh.
beautiful the
Background of
backdrop
the
of
beach.
this.
I actually have a
This is-
photograph of that, a video of that
Yeah, so it's
this
quite
morning. Yeah.
beautiful, and we're very excited
Yeah.
to have all that women, that 7 really awesome women, joining us for that event.
It's definitely going to be something, no?
Yeah, Gia, do you have anything to add?
Well, actually, I'd also like to take the chance to talk about our summer moments at New Star promotion.
Summer moments. Okay.
Yes. So, like right after Easter, it's gonna be summertime, right? So, we're having a resort-wide promotion wherein guests can, visitors can just come to New Star, take photos there. They post about it with describing their experience at New Star, and then they're getting the chance to win a 2-night stay at New Star Hotel or exclusive dining vouchers at Moth 32. So it's really just you go there, talk about your experience at New Star, post it on social media, tag us, and then you get the chance to win a stay or Moth 32 dining experience.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this
Nice.
promotion is available from March 20 up until the end of April 30.
Nice.
So you just post about your experience at New Star, and hey, you might get the chance to stay for 2 nights at New Star Hotel.
Johanna?
Can I join?
Yes.
Our employees now.
Yeah, so, but it is open for everyone.
I think you're getting way too empowered. both of you.
Well, I just had to ask.
Too much power.
Because the prices are really good. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay in New Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I love that
Right?
place. Actually, I had a chance to stay there when I was hosting an event nearby, and it's a really nice hotel. Thank you.
And the butler service is
The butler service.
good.
How come I never got a butler service?
Oh no.
Really good. They can practically do anything for you.
Oh man, I had to make my own coffee. Imagine. Imagine.
Just-
Disgusting, right? Miss Mia or Gia Mayola Mercado, Marco Manager for Hotels, and Miss Joanna Salazar, Senior Mall Marketing Manager. Daghang salamat.
Daghang
Daghang
salamat.
salamat.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you here more often as I am there in your place, huh?
You should allow us to come here.
come
more
here.
often.
Every day, if you like, every day. Make sure that happens, Paula. Okay, Pauline. I mean, thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you
and,
so much.
and you guys take
Raf.
care. And you're right. If you're in Cebu, you cannot miss New Star. We're always so proud of it. Just like this property that we're doing this interview at Tops. This is one of those crowning glories of Cebu, right? New Star is one of those places that is a must go. I just had friends over and we brought them here at Tops and brought them to New Star as well. We can actually see each other. I can see you from here,
Yes.
and you can see us from where you are.
Yes.
Thank you so much, New Star.
Thank
and
you for having
you so
us.
much.
it is always a pleasure to talk to you guys. Thank you.